Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be making some beef birria tacos. Listen, you can't have Taco Tuesdays without a bomb taco, and I got that for you. This is packed with flavor. If you want to get the sauce looking like this and your tacos looking this delicious, keep on watching. So first we're going to start off by slicing our beef into manageable portions. I used a bone-in chuck roast, and this was around 3 pounds. You can use boneless chuck roast, you can use short ribs, or you can use goat meat. You can also use pork, but beef was accessible to me, so that's what I used. I cut it into 4 pieces, and once I cut my beef, it was time to season. I seasoned it with some garlic powder, some onion powder, and some salt and black pepper. You want to flip your beef and season the opposite side. Once your beef is seasoned, you want to add some oil to a pot, and we are going to brown our chuck roast. You can use a Dutch oven for this recipe or any deep pot that you have. As long as your pot has some depth, it will work perfectly. This is what I used. I didn't have a Dutch oven, and my recipe still came out delicious. So you want to brown both sides of your beef, and once that is brown, we will be removing our beef from our oil. Once we remove our beef from our pot, I added 1 whole chopped onion. I then added 3 diced Roma tomatoes. I used 3 large Roma tomatoes. If you have smaller ones, I would say use 5. I then added some minced garlic. I minced 3 cloves of garlic, then added some salt and pepper and sauteed that for 5 minutes. I then added some beef broth. I added 1 cup, and to add some flavor, I went in with my dry seasonings. I added some ground bay leaves, some coriander seeds, Mexican oregano, and some ground cumin and ground allspice. So to combat the spiciness, I also added 2 tablespoons of brown sugar and some salt and pepper. For my chilies, I added 5 of each. I used Guajillo Chiles, Ancho Chiles, and Morita Chiles. I mixed that in, and we are gonna let this simmer for around 10 minutes until our chilies are nice and tender. Once my chilies are nice and tender, I went in with my immersion blender and blend that all out. It was too thick, so I added some water. You can add some water or some more beef broth and loosen that up. If you don't have an immersion blender, you can always throw it in the blender and blend it out and get it nice and smooth. To add some more flavor, I added some garlic powder, some onion powder, and some freshly chopped cilantro and mixed that in. Then I added my beef. Listen, we are layering flavors here, so our beef can soak up all that flavor. We're then gonna put on a lid on our pot and add it to a 300-degree oven for 2 hours. This is my beef after, and I'm checking if it is ready. Yes, if your beef is not falling apart, put it back in the oven. Just put it right back. So my beef was nice and tender, so I removed it from my consomme, and you want to remove all the pieces. You see how it's falling apart? That's how you know. So I added some beef broth to my sauce to get it to a consistency I like. You could have left it how it is, but I added some beef broth, and that's how it turned out. Listen, I can't wait. So the beef we removed, we added it to a bowl, and we are going to shred our beef. Once we're done shredding, we're going to remove our bones from our beef, because listen, we don't want no bones in our tacos. So if you use boneless chuck roast, it is even easier for you. This is my beef after I'm done shredding. It looks delicious. You can eat it right out the bowl, but we don't want to do that because we need our beef for our tacos. We're gonna get our corn tortillas ready, and you see all that fat that's on the top of your sauce. We'll be dipping our corn tortillas in it, and then on a lightly oiled griddle, I'll be placing my tortillas. You can use a lightly oiled frying pan or whatever you have available. So we are going to be pan frying our tortillas for 1 minute and then flipping them, and it's time to assemble. So once we flip our tortillas, we're going to add our beef. You can add cheese first, beef first. Everybody assembles their tacos however they like. I used queso cheese. You can add mozzarella cheese or any Mexican cheese that you prefer. I then folded my tortillas. You want to fold your tortillas before they get fully crisp because they will break. Once my cheese starts to melt, I added some freshly chopped onions and some freshly chopped cilantro. You can add this at the end or while you're cooking it. I chose to do while I was cooking it. This is how my tacos turned out. Listen, if your mouth is not watering, I don't know what's wrong with you. But this looks so good. And to the big finale, the consomme. If your sauce is not looking this good, if it's given oily, no. My sauce is not given oily, it's given flavorful, packed with flavors. This is how it's supposed to look. You're not supposed to be eating a whole bunch of oil. This is nothing but flavor. So if you like my birria taco recipe, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you try my recipe.